Good morning and welcome to ClassX Radio. We do the classic rock news update. Let's jump into it. Looks like 13 minutes of previously unseen footage of Zeppelin playing live has emerged online. The film, shot at the 2,000 capacity Falconer Center in Copenhagen, Denmark, back in July of '79, at the second of two warm-up shows prior to the band's final UK shows at Nebworth the following month. It was on 8mm film, originally shot by Led Zeppelin fan Leonard Strom, who revealed the existence of the footage last summer. Since then, Strom's footage has been scanned by U.S. company Real Revival Film and color corrected by the Pink Floyd Research Group before being matched with an audio recording of the show. The footage, well, it was kept in a drawer for 40 years. You never know what you put in that drawer, do you? Only to be found a Zeppelin footage 40 years later? Pretty cool. The footage appears in the wake of the well-received official band biopic, Becoming Led Zeppelin, which includes the film of Jimmy Page and company performing at the Bath Festival in 1970. That footage had never been seen until it was unearthed in a British University film archive in 2017. Also, bad news, we lost another rock and roller, this time around from King Crimson, the percussionist Jamie Muir, who famously left the band to become a Buddhist monk in 1973. He has passed on at the age of 82. Former Crimson drummer Bill Bruford announcing Muir's passing on his own Facebook page, paying tribute to his former colleague, saying he died in Cornwall, UK, with his brother George by his side. And could it be some new music from the Scorpions? Well, Scorpions frontman Klaus Meine was asked if there's any plans for him and his bandmates to work on the follow-up to 2022's Rock Believer album. And his response, I really don't know. There are many good reasons why we maybe should do it, because it's so much fun to write new songs and just give it a try. So there's a few million good reasons to go back into the studio sometime soon, he said. But on the other side, these days, it's not the time, really, to make any more albums. Might be good to record a few songs. That would be a good thing. But it's always a good option to go back and wake up your creativity. That's always something great, he said. And we enjoy this always, so I don't know. But let's see how it goes this year, he said. And there's so many shows coming up, and yeah, we've got to bring it on first before we make plans for what might be coming up in 2026. Some bad health out of the band Kansas. The newer vocalist Ronnie Platt revealing that he is battling cancer. As a result, the band has canceled two previously announced shows in Louisiana and New Orleans on February the 21st and Lake Charles on March the 1st. Tickets will be refunded at the point of purchase if you plan on going to one of those shows. On Saturday, February the 15th, the 64-year-old Platt took to his social media to write, "For all of you asking, Tuesday, February the 11th, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, but before everyone gets all excited, it has a 99% survival rate, and it's not spread. It's contained to my thyroid," he said. "I just have to have my thyroid removed, go through some rehab time, and then I'll be right back in the saddle." And he said, "I sincerely appreciate everyone's positive thoughts and prayers." Now, you might recall Platt joined Kansas July 2014 after longtime singer Steve Walsh left the band. Ronnie can be heard on Kansas's last two studio albums, the Prelude Implicit, released in 16, and 2020's The Absence of Presence, both some really good albums. And Phil Collins, if you're a fan and you're holding out hope that maybe he's got some more music in him, and well, I hate to disappoint you, but in a new interview with Mojo, Collins reveals he's got no plans to make music again. He says, I keep thinking I should go downstairs to the studio and see what happens, but I'm not hungry for it anymore. His health is also keeping him from recording again. Collins noting, the thing is, I've been sick. I mean, very sick. Due to his declining mobility, Collins performed seated during Genesis 2022, the Last Domino farewell tour, with his son Nick taking over behind the drum kit. It's really sad, isn't it? These folks that you grew up with getting sick, I mean, they're our family. They don't know us, but boy, we know them, right? It's been over 20 years since Collins released any new music. His last solo album of new material was Testify. Came out in 2002, and then he followed that with a Motown covers album, Going Back, and that dropped in 2010. So what's going on with the Rock Hall of Fame? Well, they, of course, made their nominations. Was it last week? Fish now apparently is off to a very strong start after only 1 week of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan voting. The Jam Kings have gotten 101,000 fan votes since they were announced as one of the 14 nominees for the class of 2025. Billy Idol, he's in second place, and Soundgarden right behind him, followed by Cyndi Lauper, Bad Company, Joe Cocker, and Chubby Checker. That's what we got for you today here on ClassX Radio. You can find these classic rock news updates now on TikTok, YouTube, the ClassX Radio Facebook page, as well as X, Gab, and Truth Social. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe and follow us and discover classic rock deep tracks, B-sides, right now at ClassXradio.com. Some you've heard, some you haven't. And we are on the TuneIn ClassX Radio channel. Also, our mobile app is on your app store. Just search ClassX Radio. Because ClassX Radio is rock and roll radio for baby boomers and Gen Xers.